My family was never religious. We never went to church. We didn't do anything like that growing up. And then I got interested in religion, and I got interested in all of them. I went to a Lutheran church back in Seattle, Washington, and I ended up going there on Sunday by myself. I rode my bike and I took my helmet with me, and that was where church and religion really started for me. And it's been a rough road my whole life, because I feel like I was doing it on my own, trying to understand this and trying to figure it all out. And then I met Aubrey, and she's had the relationship with God since day one, second one kind of thing. And seeing that has driven me closer to God and helped me understand more. And, I think you are the one that grew my faith exponentially by helping me level up. You gave me some cheat codes or something. But then, going through the tragedy and going through the fire, and that solidified it all. That kind of drove it home for me, I guess you could say, to where, there's a bigger picture and a bigger plan, and he knows it all, and he's trying to show us the best we can. We just got to listen.
So back in 2019, my husband Ryan got a job in Stevens Point, and so we decided to make the move. At the same time, my best friend had tragically lost her 2 daughters to pure evil. So it was a really hard time trying to move to a new place where we didn't have friends or family and no church yet. And so we moved here, and about 6 months later, we ended up having a house fire. So it was just another difficult time in our life. The day of the fire, we were all home, and we heard the fire alarms. So my husband went and grabbed the fire extinguisher because it was coming from the basement, and he opened the door, and all this smoke just was billowing out, and he said, "Get everybody out, call 911. And so we did. And as you're waiting, I remember waiting out, it was raining, and the firemen came, and it's not like the movies where they just kind of rush in. And I thought, why aren't they getting in the house?
Yeah, that was interesting. We were panicking, and everyone was like trying to get out of the house as quickly as possible. And yeah, here I am. I grab a 10-gallon fire extinguisher. I'm like, I'm gonna go save the day. And I open up the basement door, take 2 steps in, and it's pitch black, and I can't see anything. And I'm like, no, this is above my pay grade. I gotta go. Everybody get out. And it was cold and raining. And at that moment of time, I owned a pair of shorts, a winter jacket, and a pair of boots. And that was what I had. And, we had the dogs outside, we had the family outside, and that's all that really mattered. Everybody got out safe, everyone got out alive.
But the smoke damage was so intense that when you looked into the windows, it looked like it was night inside the house. It looked like it was midnight
inside the house.
Yeah. So most everything in the house was not salvageable either, just because of the such intense smoke damage. But we got out of it with our lives, and I truly believe it's God's miracle that he saved us that day. We met Pastor Matt and Pastor Deb at that point, and they were great people, but we still were not committed to going to Refuge at that point. Sometimes I think after all of the, looking back, all the little things that God was putting in our path, I feel like, why did it take me so long for it all to click? Then at work, I was at work one day, and things were still really difficult. And I remember one of my coworkers, she said, well, why don't you come check out Refuge? That's where I go, and we're in person. And so we did. And it was kind of all over from there.
Yeah, you'll see the path, and he'll show you the path as long as you continue to have faith and continue to pray. And really listening. Listening is probably the biggest thing that I could recommend for anyone that can't see that. Open your ears. Don't put yourself first. Put him first. No matter which way you look at it, whether it's all good times or whether it's all bad times, you're being driven to a direction. You are continuing to pray and continuing to love and forgive and to understand. No matter what's going to happen, as long as you have faith and as long as you pray and as long as you listen, you're going the right direction. You just gotta listen.
I'm just so thankful that we all made it out that day. We're all here. And we just continue to glory to God.